Welcome everyone to our Week 13 Football Officials Educational video for the 2024 football season. Thank you everyone who hits the subscribe button, like button, and comments. Appreciate all the feedback. Let's get into the plays for our first week of playoffs here in North Carolina. We have some good plays to talk about, so let's get started. First play, we want to talk about positioning. So we know that our keys for the back judge is determined by the strength of the formation. As we can see here by the arrows, we have three receivers on the head linesman side of the field. We have no receivers on the line judge side of the field. So our strength is on the head linesman side. So our back judge will be keying on that widest receiver, or the number one receiver, on the head linesman side of the field. So we can see where the back judge's position shaded more towards the line judge side here, which puts him, at a distance to look at it. It is strongly recommended that you shift or adjust and shade towards the head linesman side on this play to get yourself one in better positioning to observe your key. So you can see here, if we move over to where the gold line is, you'd be in a little bit better position to see the action coming off the line of scrimmage. So adjust yourself a little bit. You don't want to get too wide, obviously. We don't want to be too wide shaded, but we want to shift and adjust a little bit to the side of our key is, because we can see there's nobody on the line judge side of the field here. So there's really not a lot to officiate for the back judge on that side of the field. With all the action taking place in the head linesman side, a little bit of shade that way will help improve your vision and help improve your coverage on the play. So just make that a little bit of adjustment. Just for comparison here, we're going to look at the back judge on this play, and we can see the strength of the formations and on the head linesman side, and we can see right there he's got that widest or number one receiver, and we can see the back judge has positioned himself slightly shaded just outside the tackle on that side of the field and has a much better view on this play. Has shaded that way slightly where his key is, or his initial area of responsibility is. And as we can see on the play, he's in good position. And then we have the play occur, and then you're going to see how the back judge is in position throughout the play and barely has to move on this play because of the play. And you can see him right there in good position, still has his key in his area if he needs, to officiate that, but a good positioning here. Another play here involving the back judge. We're going to illustrate a great job here. We have the back judge inside the gold circle here, and we're going to see this play is going to go towards the head linesman side of the field, the opposite side of the field. And our back judge seems to be almost stationed pretty much in the middle of the field, maybe slightly shaded towards the line judge side here initially. And we can see this play develop. It's a run to the head linesman side of the field, and then the play goes out of bounds, and we can see we have opponents in that out of bounds area. Now look where the back judge is. He's down near the goal line. The play's up, around the 20-yard line. So he's got 20 plus yards to go, but he's got a good line of sight. He can see the action over the air. And as we come back to this, we're going to see this back judge hustle over there. Just tremendous job hustling, closing down this play, because he realizes that there's a potential for some action over there on that sideline, and we only have the head linesman over there because in a five-person crew we only have one official on that sideline. So that official is going to need help, and there we can see the back judge come across, doing a great job getting in there. Nothing occurs, but he comes in, closes down, helps in case he's needed to clean that area up. The presence of just the officials alone can sometimes help to avoid potential problems in those sideline areas. So great hustle here. Great job by the back judge. Way to come in and help your partner, your head linesman on this play. Awesome job. This play, we're going to have a pass thrown behind the line of scrimmage by the quarterback to our number three wide receiver. And then we're going to talk about forward progress on this play. And we see the play out live the first time. And we can see the defensive player come up with the ball and the coach is thinking they have the ball. So let's come back and take a second look at this play and look at the great job that our line judge on this play does, and also our head linesman officiating his play, but more so our line judge. We can see right here inside the circle, we can see the runner with the ball. right around the 42-yard line. Looks to be where his forward progress is stopped, and we have at least two defensive players, forcing the player back, the runner back towards the direction he came from. So the forward progress would be stopped right around in the vicinity of the 42-yard line. We see our line judge coming up, staying on the sideline, officiating the play. Now, we see the pushback here, and right about here, it looks like is where the ball carrier has the ball, stripped away by the defensive player, starts to pull the ball away, right around the 40-yard line, give or take, and that's where the defensive player ends up with the ball. But we have already determined that forward progress, and I say we, the officiating crew, the line judge here, and we can look across at the headlinesman mirroring him. So that's a couple of things. Good mirror job here, good way to be on the same yard line. Great forward progress spot here. This ball is dead right here. So no further action occurred because we give the runner the foremost spot of the forward progress that they earned, and that's where it is. Now, the only little tidbit here that I'd like to add is it would be great if we would see the headlinesman and line judge, and especially the line judge because it's on this side of the field, but the headlinesman can mirror this as a dead ball spot signal because we have a play clock that's in play and we want to accurately indicate with our signals to the play clock operator to set that play clock to the 40 seconds and start running it. And we don't see that signal here. So great job of fishing this play. Great job staying on the sideline. Great job getting the forward progress spot and ruling this play dead here in possession. But let's get that dead ball signal to complete this play to make it, 100% great job instead of we're missing just one element of the play here. But a good job overall. Great job of not giving this as a turnover. At this play, we're going to key the far wide receiver on the headlinesman side. We see inside the circle, and we get this play right after the snap. So that's why you're seeing the action occurring. That's when the play is picked up on video. And we're going to see a great job here again. We're going back to our back judges. Notice that the receiver never gains possession of the ball, continues to fumble the ball, does not complete the action of completing a catch. So there's no completion of the catch here. We can see the player continuously bobbles and doesn't possess the ball. Our back judge stays in great position, in good position to make this decision, is patient, allows the play to continue out till the end in no hurry to make the call, lets the play out its entirety, observing the action, seeing that the player never completes the catch. And then we have the back judge giving that incomplete pass signal right here, posting up basically and giving a good job. Great job here. Great positioning. Great patience. Play, we're going to talk about the play clock specifically. So we can see here that we have the referee talking to a defensive player, and that's fine. We do that throughout the game. Communication is important. Sometimes we have to take those opportunities to prevent problems potentially later on. We see the umpire, even though the ball's spotted, standing over the ball, and that would be an indication that we're holding up the offensive team from being able to snap this ball. Now, granted, the offensive team isn't quite in position. Now, if we count the time from when the umpire leaves the area, and we look back at the play clock on the right side here in a circle, we can see it's at 17 seconds. And if we count the time we were holding it back up, we've held this ball right around 8 seconds. So that would put us back to 25 seconds. So should we reset this clock, the play clock specifically, to 25 seconds? Because it wasn't the team that was technically holding up, even though they weren't in position. It was the umpire standing right here over the ball that were preventing the snap. And if we look at our case book and we look under 361, there are several situations that would be supported to for us to take this play clock and pump it back up to 25 seconds to give the offense the full 25 seconds to snap this ball because the officials weren't ready in position. We were holding them temporarily because we were handling some administrative stuff, and that's fine. But we want to give them that 25 seconds because if we don't give them that 25 seconds, and let's say they wouldn't get this play off, this coach would have potentially an issue saying that you held my team up. And he would have a legitimate potential argument for that. So when we are not allowing them to snap the ball and it gets under 25 seconds, we want to reset that clock to 25 seconds and then back out if we're holding them. And that will alleviate that problem. And although the back judge is primarily responsible for the play clock, any official needs to look up there and realize, okay, we need to reset this clock to 25 seconds. Let's get that information to the referee so we can get it set to the 25 seconds to give the offensive team, or in this play, the kicking team, the full 25 seconds, because we were the ones that were holding that snap up initially because of standing over at less than 25 seconds on the play clock. Thanks everyone for taking the time to view the video. Another week of some plays that hopefully you have learned either mechanics or rules from, or some of our procedures. Best of luck if you have a playoff game this week. Best of luck for the rest of your season. And until our next video, take care and have a great game.